I think social media has been mostly a blessing for dancers, particularly.
Yeah.
True artists, they appreciate this kind of
course.
art. I think more than nepotism, it's more favoritism.
How do you deal with that, and have you ever experienced it firsthand yourself?
I think it's definitely true.
Yeah.
It's all about contacts more than talent at this point. I think nobody takes you seriously until you are successful,
Right.
not even your parents. Stalk their profile. It's become my new hobby to do this.
Listen, this is what your
I
child
love-
is
yeah,
doing.
exactly. Like they should know.
How do you remember all the steps?
I don't know. I think.
I hope after this they do.
After
if
this.
Divine is watching.
Oh my God! Please, Divine, let me dance with you. Please check me out. I have started scheduling my shoots, my reels, my collaborations.
Can you dance without music? Hello everyone, welcome back to What's the Point Season 2. I'm your host Nikita Daniel, and I just want to say that while some of us can barely nail those 15-second dance reels, today I have with me someone who is out there slaying full-blown choreographies. Be it stage lights or Instagram reels, she's serving sheer talent. So I have with me today Chinmay, who is a dancer, a performer, an artist, a choreographer, and I think the list just goes on. I think she doesn't just dance herself, but she'll make you groove to her beat as well. So welcome on board. Welcome to What's the Point, Chinmay.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes.
I'm actually very nervous because usually I dance in front of the
Right.
camera, but this time I'm gonna talk.
So I think we might not have the rhythm, I think, but I think we'll do fine.
Yeah,
And you
I
do
hope so.
fine. Yes.
Also, thank you so much for the kind introduction.
Oh.
It means a lot.
Yes, I think I just went through your profile and I was like, oh my god, I think I can't even do a 10-second reel, guys. Can barely
It's
do-
easy. Anybody can dance. Trust me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'll have to, after the shoot, I'll have to take
Get
some
some
classes from
Yes.
you. So yes, Chinmay, let's just begin. I'd want to ask you, how did you decide that you wanted to become a dancer? Was it just a hobby earlier? I think everyone begins it
Yeah.
from a hobby.
Yeah.
Which one pasand aa gaya. But how did it become to come to that okay, no, I want to pursue this professionally?
So I've started dancing when I was like 10 years old.
Yeah.
And like I started with Kathak, you know. So
classical.
it started out as a hobby like
Right.
everybody else. But I think my grandmother was really my inspiration because at 70 years old, she has started a Kathak class.
Oh,
I kid you not, at 70 years old.
70 years old. Oh my
Yeah.
god. That's
most of
amazing.
most of us get a hobby during our childhood,
Right.
but then when we hit adulthood, we usually let go
of those things. You just get
hobby.
caught up with
Yeah.
life.
Exactly. So my grandmother, I think, was like a major inspiration for me to keep going, you know, like
Right.
keep going with my hobby, stick with it, see what happens,
That's
you know.
so beautiful. I think we all need grandmothers like
Yeah,
this.
I know. I'm blessed. I
Yeah.
genuinely feel blessed. So she was like, she's a really good dancer as well.
Right.
So she was kind of my inspiration to like pursue it.
That's so
Yeah.
sweet. How did your family react then when you said, I will just, I'll pursue this
Yeah.
professionally. This will be what I do for a living.
So one day I go to my parents, I'm like, listen, I want to dance.
Yes.
They are like, aren't you doing that already?
Right.
And I'm like, no, dance professionally.
Correct.
So like as I told them this, they were as confused as I was.
Right.
Ki, you know, like, okay, you want to dance, but how are you going to earn?
Right.
And I
And
think-
this was back in how long
Like
ago?
when I was say 17, 18, like really long ago.
Okay, so all right, then I think
Yeah.
still parents were still very about. I think
Yeah.
it's every parent who's like,
Yeah.
we need something sustainable.
I know.
Job kar lo.
And
How
I
will
think
you
it's
pursue
a very
this?
fair
Yeah.
ask, you know, like
Sure. Of
like,
course.
even I was naive, even I was confused. How am I
Right.
gonna earn? How am I gonna pay my bills?
Correct.
how am I gonna adult?
Right.
You know? But I mean, yeah, like this statement was not received with a lot of warmth.
Of course.
Of course, you know Indian parents.
Yeah, basic parents. Dancing in this economy.
Exactly. So, yeah, but I'm at least grateful that they
Right.
never asked me to stop dancing, you know.
Right.
I could still continue
Right.
dancing, even though it wasn't their first preference, but I could still do it. So I'm
Yeah.
really grateful for that.
Correct.
And yeah, I mean, I think at this point they've just accepted it.
So like, did you have to convince them with like a plan B? कि हाँ ठीक है, if this doesn't work out, I'll do something else. So was there, or did you always, you yourself thought
Yeah.
that you'll need a plan B, or you have a plan B, if at all?
Right.
You know.
So a lesser known fact about me is that I'm also a lawyer.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, that I did not know.
So I graduated from Government Law College.
Okay.
Yeah, so this was a decision I made before the lockdown
Alright.
because I felt really like hopeless about my dancing.
Right.
I was like, where am I going to dance at home?
Yeah.
I genuinely felt lost, and I was like, "Ki, like as an artist, I feel like I need to move. I need to do something. Like I'm that kind of a person."
I think every artist has that, you know,
Exactly.
I need to do it.
Yeah.
You know, you have to express.
Yeah.
Art is just a form of expression. And if you're
Exactly.
not doing that, I think an artist would just feel lost without that.
I just needed to move, and because I couldn't do that through dancing, I was like, okay, I need to do something else. I need to do something productive.
Right.
So I was like, ki mazak mein I applied,
Yeah.
and I actually got into one of the most like prestigious
Right.
colleges in Mumbai. I was like, okay, now what? Shit, I got in. Now what?
Right.
But like as I was studying, I was like, okay, this is interesting,
Correct.
you know. So I don't regret
Pursuing
doing law
law,
at all,
right.
because it has taught me so much.
Right.
Like not just in terms of bookish knowledge, but also like I've learned so much, you know, how to talk in front of an entire class,
Right.
or like during moot courts, how you present yourself, how you talk.
Right.
I think I've gained so much through that.
Right.
Like in the end, I did not pursue it, but I feel like
It still taught you something. I think
Exactly.
Any form of education will always
Yeah.
leave you with something. right?
exactly.
And
So, yeah.
so you're a lawyer. You've actually studied law.
Yeah.
And dancing. So what kind of professional dance training apart from Kathak have you received any other professional training when it comes to dancing?
Yes, so I have also trained in jazz, ballet,
Oh.
and contemporary.
Yeah.
So jazz and contemporary are my main styles,
Oh, so
like
that's
my
your
preferences.
Okay.
Yeah.
So okay, you have professionally been trained in all of this.
Yes.
And is that something you also teach? Do you also teach dancing?
Yes. So currently I teach kids and I teach adults.
Right.
I teach adults contemporary and I teach kids jazz.
Oh, so how is it working? How is teaching dancing like?
So I love teaching. You know, like
Yeah.
it's my life goal
Right.
to make a difference in someone's life.
Right.
And I feel like dance is like my most authentic way to do it, you
Yeah.
know, because I feel like my job is not just going there and teaching someone steps. You
Right.
can do that through a YouTube video, you know.
Correct.
I feel like my job extends beyond that, like especially with kids. Like I teach them how to be disciplined. I teach
Right.
them everything about self-confidence, you know.
Right.
So I just feel like if I've done that, I've done something right, you know. So I absolutely love teaching.
Right. Any form of art is so much
Yeah.
about, you know, learning more than just the skill.
Of
right?
course,
it's,
yeah.
It's so much more. It gives you so much. And I think
Exactly.
that's something that must be so fulfilling as an
It is.
artist, right? And then
Yeah.
imparting that onto someone.
Of course.
That's just wonderful. You also do shows or something? You are a
Yes.
performer as
I'm
well.
a performer as well.
So how does that work for you? Like, do you get people, do you approach people at times, or, well, you know, like, I'm just curious how the whole performance bit works out.
So right now I'm touring with Sukriti and Prakriti.
Okay.
They are Bollywood singers.
Okay.
So we we perform as a band, as a troupe, you know.
Right.
But I think for coming back to your question, I feel like usually you are approached more
Right.
than you approaching. I think like every industry, it's more about contacts, how you
Right.
create that bond
So
with
it's
someone.
more about the networking, and
It's
then
more about
the work just
networking.
comes in. Once you
Yes.
network with that
Yes.
crowd, it's just Okay, that's fair enough, I think.
Yes.
And how does it work with your then teaching schedule? Like with you're saying you're touring with these
Yeah.
people, so are you traveling a lot around?
Yes, I'm traveling a lot
Yeah.
and I absolutely love it. But when it comes to my teaching, I always have people, like I have a team who will always back me up
All right.
and
Okay.
take classes in my absence.
Okay,
know,
so you have a whole team that you
Yes.
work
Yes.
with. Okay,
Yeah.
that's great. So you have your own dance institute or something?
No, I actually teach at a dance institute.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm an instructor there.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
wonderful. And Chinmay, can you share since you're performing a
Yeah.
lot and you also teach and you're doing so many other bits in dancing, what is one of the most performance that just stayed with you, like a very memorable performance, and like why? Like what's
Yeah.
the story behind that?
So I think this one was the most memorable because, so you know Divine, right?
Yeah.
So
Everyone
everybody knows Divine. So it's my dream to
Yeah.
like dance with him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I went to his concert to
Yeah.
watch him. And I was so inspired. I was like, the next concert that I go to,
Yeah.
I'm going to be performing on stage.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be on the other side
Yes.
of it. So the next time I went to a concert, I was performing with Sukriti and Prakriti.
Yeah.
And it was a concert and we had like an audience of 10,000 people.
Yeah.
So I think the energy was insane. Like
Hmm.
the energy on stage was insane because there were live artists singing
Right.
and performing.
Right.
And the people were insane. Like
Yes.
10,000 people, I think that was the craziest thing.
Yes.
So the rush that it gives you, I think
Yes,
that's like the
10,000 people cheering for you,
Yeah.
enjoying what you're doing.
Yeah.
that must be
I
a
think it was
wonderful feeling.
really memorable. And
Yeah.
honestly, Sukriti and Prakriti, the people I work
Yes.
with, they are gems.
Yeah.
Like usually dancers are not respected. A lot of artists
Right.
are not respected.
Right.
But them as artists, they really respect dancers. So
Yeah.
I really appreciate that about them.
So, speaking of you know
Yeah.
artists not being respected,
Yeah.
how do you deal with that in that case? Like, have you ever faced any issues regarding disrespect from people? Not just in the industry. I think even in general audience also. People are not very good when they are receiving someone's profession as an artist.
Yeah.
So how do you deal with that?
I think there have been a lot of times where
Yeah.
I think as women, not just
Not
as
just an artist,
dan-
but a woman
Yeah,
who's into art.
exactly.
Yeah.
I think as a woman, I've been like fat shamed. I
Yeah.
have been like objectified. Like there have been people who have come to me and been like, you're a great dancer, but you're not thin enough for this one.
Right.
Or I've known people, like my friends have been through this. They've been told, oh, you're not fair enough.
Yeah.
Things like this. Or there have been people who have come to me and been like, you're pretty, that's why I've selected you.
So that, oh my god, I think
Yeah.
this is something people. I think a lot of people must have the same experience in
Yes.
such a field, and
Definitely.
it's so sad that this is something females have to always go through. I'm not saying
Yeah.
any males must not go through.
I think
any-
females get affected by it more than males.
because you're constantly in the eye of people. And
Yes.
anything you do on the internet, people will always have an opinion on it.
Yeah, I swear.
And then how do you manage, how do you deal with this kind of negativity that you receive, say, online or offline?
I think there are always positive comments and
Right.
there are always negative
Of course.
comments. Like I've had comments that, literally praise me, call me goddesses
Yeah.
and everything. But on the other hand, I also get comments like, oh my god, she looks like a slut in the video.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to say that?
It's okay. You're totally allowed to say that. We are unfiltered.
Okay, that's great. So I've had comments like that, like, and I would be wearing like the most basic skirt and
Yeah.
the most basic top. Like, I'm not even exposing. I'm not
Yeah.
even. I'm just trying to live my life.
Yeah, but even if
yeah.
someone is exposing, that's it. It again comes on to like people just throwing words out there because
Exactly. And behind a screen.
behind
no
the
less.
screen, these faceless
Like, yeah.
trolls.
I
Yeah,
swear.
and then how do you manage? Like, have there been moments when it had just got to you?
Yes, I'm human. I feel
Of
like
course.
if we're all humans, it
Yeah.
affects you. But I think looking at it from like a, zoom out perspective really helps.
Right.
Like something that Chintu from Chandigarh says behind a screen is not going to bother me in the next 5 years. You know,
Right.
like his existence is insignificant in my
Right.
life. So sometimes I just filter it out. I block them.
Yeah.
I block the comments.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think
Yeah,
just
you
develop-
do you, girl.
Yeah,
Like,
I
it's
mean,
very-
whatever you need to do to
Right.
protect your own space, right?
Correct.
So
Do
I
you
think,
ever like, or have you ever,
Yeah.
you know, like lashed back at any such
oh
trolls,
yeah,
comments?
oh yeah, that's like my new hobby. Like
Just giving people back.
yeah.
Enough is enough.
I sometimes feel like it's useless because it's not helping anybody. It's just
Right.
like screwing with my own brain, and it's not even like getting through the other person.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I sometimes I do lash out.
Of course.
Sometimes I stalk their profile. I see if they
Yeah.
have their parents on their profile. I send screenshots to their parents, sisters.
Oh.
It's become my new hobby to do this.
Listen, this is what your
I
child
love,
is
yeah,
doing.
exactly. Like they should know. I
True.
love that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That is a kick-ass move, I feel. Yeah, I think a lot of
I
people
think
should do
everybody should
this.
try it. Yeah. It's
Everyone
become
on
my
the
hobby.
internet. It's fun. Yeah, that must be really
Yeah.
on some level. I don't think it must like cancel out everything
Yeah.
altogether, but yeah, I think
Makes
it
me
must.
feel like 1% better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is far better than feeling like minus 10
Exactly.
May. So 1% better is still a win, I think. Yeah,
Yes.
that's great. You do you.
Yeah.
So how did the digital exposure change
Hmm.
things for you? Like what was the journey like from then finally getting a platform where you can actually showcase, and then
Right.
from there how did it go ahead?
I think social media has been mostly a blessing for dancers, particularly.
Hmm. Yeah.
Because now we can just upload a video and it
Right.
can reach like such a wider audience.
Right.
So I think that really brings out a lot of new opportunities for dancers. And I think Reel, the format is only such that it supports like dancers in general or
Right.
choreographers in
Because
general.
it's very music based, very
Exactly.
beat based.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that really helped us
is
all.
that something that boomed for you as well? Like, or did you like think, ki, okay, I'll use Instagram as a tool to grow, or did it just happen? Ki, I तो did it out of ki, hey, एक platform just where I can post, and it just went viral or just boomed your growth, and that's where you began or something like that.
I think it started off like that. I just
Yeah.
wanted to share what I'm creating.
Correct.
And then I realized, okay, I'm getting a lot of validation on Instagram.
Yeah.
So I kept posting. And honestly, I've gotten a lot of opportunities just on the basis
Just
of
on the
Instagram.
That's a very
So,
interesting,
yeah.
and that's very good that digital space is also like digital space is so full of opportunities. I
Yes,
think,
yes.
and if used correctly, one can like really
Yeah.
get their shit done.
Exactly.
out there.
Yeah.
Yes.
And a dancer's resume has become Instagram now.
Instagram,
Yeah,
right?
whether
So
you
it's
like
like
it
a
or
whole
not.
portfolio for yourself.
Exactly. Yeah.
So do you like feel a pressure, or does it become a mandate to, okay, बाकी कुछ करो ना करो, I will have to post something on the internet because that
Yes.
is a space where people come see me.
Yeah.
So has that created a pressure also in a way?
Yes. Yeah. It's a pressure because now I think about creating content.
Right.
Yeah, because before it was more about putting out my art, sharing my choreographies. But now it has also somewhat become like, okay, if I post this, will it go viral? Or
Right.
like, do I need to make it more trendy?
Hmm.
So I think achieving that balance has been a little difficult for me.
Right.
Because sometimes you need to distinguish, okay, this is what sells, but this is what
Correct.
I love to
Love
do.
to do.
Like finding that
Yeah.
middle ground is very important, I think.
So have you ever been a very, very hell-bent on, no, I will put out my art only, and how has internet received that for you?
I think that definitely gets less reach.
Yeah.
That kind of content is like has a different base only.
Right.
Like the true
Very
artists,
niche
exactly.
audience it
Yeah.
must bring.
Like true artists, they appreciate this kind of
course.
art.
Yeah.
But the trendy stuff is what gets you more reach to like a wider
Correct.
audience. Yeah.
So it's more like a business strategy now that
Yes.
because you have to grow, you will have to somehow succumb to this
Yes.
algorithm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is Instagram now, it might have begun as a platform where you can express yourself, but now it has also become a business tool in that case,
Yes.
even for a dancer.
Yes.
Right? I think that's interesting. Instagram has become a business tool for all of us.
It
Digital,
has.
anything digital. I
Yeah.
think all social
Yeah.
media platforms have become a business tool. That's great. And how do you manage your social media activity then? Like, do you do it yourself? Do you have to get people? How do you manage your shoots? Do you schedule different, schedule your day according to, I have to do this for the reel, this is for the institute, this is for
Yes.
my other stuff.
Yes, genuinely, I have started scheduling my shoots, my reels, my collaborations, because I think
Right.
collaborations are very important on Instagram. So I have been scheduling them, and each week I have like a minimum of 3 posts.
Right.
That's my goal of
Correct.
the week. So yeah, I have a lot of content to make, like because I teach at an institute.
Right.
We have content for that, for my own classes, for my
Right.
own workshops, even collaborations. If I collaborate with another artist, that's another thing to
Right.
schedule. So it's been chaotic, but I think in a good way. Like
Good
it
way.
keeps me on my toes.
So it's still
Yeah.
fueling your passion in
Yes,
whichever form it
definitely.
comes.
Yes.
So, did you start earning right away as you entered the field professionally, or were there any ups and downs regarding that? Did you also really feel that okay, this is a feasible or sustainable profession, or how did the sustainability began? In fact, that's something.
Okay, so like every industry, in the start, you don't get paid well,
Right.
or you don't get paid at all. You have to do a lot of free things. Like you cannot even take a stand for yourself and be like, if I don't get paid, I won't do it.
Right, because you need work there.
Exactly, I need work, and they will find 10 other people who are ready
Right.
to do it for free.
Correct.
So in the start, it was a struggle. I started with teaching at a school, in fact. And from there, I went to teaching at a studio. I started teaching adults, And I feel like as dancers, like the industry is not very sustainable.
Right.
Like you cannot do one thing and you cannot stick
Correct.
with one thing.
Right.
You need
So
like
you have
5
to
different streams
dabble
of
into
income.
different sectors of the same
Yes.
field itself.
Yes, like if you see, a lot of dancers are also content creators, they're models.
Right.
They have like businesses, like they have a studio business,
Right.
or they have a YouTube channel, or they're choreographers.
Right.
So I think you have to like see which streams you're inclined towards.
Right.
Like for me, it was teaching initially.
Right.
Then it became performing on stage. Then it became taking workshops,
Right.
teaching adults.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like your plan A is there, but
Yeah.
you might not put out your B, C plans, but
Yes.
you'll need like A.1, A.2, A.3.
Yes.
Like uske sub plans
Yes,
you'll need in the same
definitely.
field.
And maybe eventually one of them works out,
Right. And
So-
since you are already in so many, branched out in so many ways, what form of these branches I think which is the one which you find the most sustainable when it comes to, payments?
Okay. So nothing is sustainable. I feel like where we are at this point,
Right.
you can be replaced easily. Like you can be
Correct.
replaced tomorrow,
Right.
So nothing is sustainable.
Right.
I live like it's my last day. Like, yeah, I live like, okay, I'm going to be replaced. I have to give my best. Like I live
Right.
every day with that, drive.
Right.
But yeah, like I feel like you just have to like build your own brand, and I feel like whatever, if your brand is successful, then anything you do will be successful.
Right.
So whether you like it or not, like your art becomes a business when
Correct.
you decide ki, I want to take it up as a profession. So when it becomes a business, I think you have to also learn how to like sell it, how to market it. And once you do that, I think you can charge whatever,
So I think it is mostly then about you creating a brand
Yes.
first. You will have to first work towards creating
Yes.
a brand.
I cannot think about
Right.
sustainability right now
Correct.
because nothing is sustainable.
Right.
I'm also aspiring.
Right.
Yeah.
That's fair enough. Earlier, dancers would only come out as, you know, when we watched them in reality shows like
Yeah.
DID.
Yes.
I don't know. I think only DID comes first in my mind every time I think
Dance
of
Plus.
Dance Plus.
Yeah.
All these shows, I think they
Yes.
were a platform where people could actually go, you know, get selected and, you know,
Yeah.
like then come out as, you know, professional dancers. Have you ever in your past approached these mediums before social media was booming?
I think I never really got the chance, but I think if I did, I would definitely go for
Yeah.
it. But now I feel like the viewership of
Right.
shows like Dance India Dance has like dropped drastically.
Right.
And I think that's also because social media has also boomed so
Boomed
much.
so much.
That
People
has
have to
more
go to-
viewership.
I think viewership of television in itself has dropped. So this
Yeah.
right.
And then COVID happened.
COVID
like
happened.
a major life
Life
has
change. I
gone.
think everyone's
Yeah.
lives just
Exactly.
took a 180-degree turn
Exactly.
after COVID.
Yeah.
And so, what was the difference like for you from before COVID and after COVID? While you were still in a mindset, I think even before COVID, you were still in a mindset of pursuing this professionally.
Yeah.
So, how was that? How has that been different from now?
I think at that point, I was more anxious about how am I gonna like pay my bills, what am
Right.
I gonna do, because I didn't have a clear plan in my
Correct.
head. Right now, I feel like I know my goals. I know where I want to reach.
Right.
So I think I am working towards that.
Correct.
Before lockdown, I think I was just working without any goals, without any direction.
Right.
And I think that was very like, it made me feel hopeless because I'm
Correct.
working so much, I don't see any results,
Results, yeah.
coming. So I think that has changed for me.
Changed.
And also, like, I did law in between.
Correct.
So I think that also gave me like a different perspective because I did an
Correct.
internship as
Right.
well. And through that internship, I realized, okay, this is not for me.
Not
I
something
have
I-
to have like a clear plan of
Right.
where I'm going, you know.
Correct.
So that really changed.
So I
everything.
think then social media has also kind of brought dilasa to people. Ki, okay,
Maybe.
something might work out for you. You don't have to completely give up on your
Maybe.
hopes and dreams. So
Yeah.
there's a little hope that I think these digital platforms have brought for
Yeah.
people who want to actually pursue arts
Yeah.
in any field it may be.
Yes,
Because
definitely.
people, any day anyone can spot you anywhere. Have you ever had any, you know, like spotting, like someone has spotted you, a big person or anything? ऐसे कभी हुआ है कि
This has happened to me once.
Yeah.
Maybe not like a big person, but
but someone you adore, admire, and must have been an
random
unexpected
person on the street.
Oh.
That person has come to me and is like, "Hey, I've seen you on Instagram." I was like, "Wow, this is my life goal. This
Right.
is what I want. I want to be recognized in public."
For your
So, yeah.
profession, that as well, for
Yeah.
your art.
Yeah.
Right. That's
so I
wonderful.
think that has happened, but I don't think anybody like major has, you know,
Yeah.
recognized me as such.
I hope after this they do.
After
if Divine
this.
is watching.
Oh my God! Please, Divine, let me dance with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's great. I think people can tag Divine in comments if they might.
Yes.
Make him
Please.
watch this, please.
Please check me out.
We are
check
out
my
here for a
profile.
dream.
Yes.
That's great. And I hope this reaches the right audience. Yeah.
Let's hope.
Let's hope for that.
Yeah.
Yes. A girl can dream.
Yes.
So, apart from that, how do you, in all of this, it sounds honestly a little bit chaotic, but then how do you keep your passion alive in this? Matlab, with all the scheduling and everything, like when do you get time for yourself, for your art? You know, when you really want to spend time for yourself or
Yeah.
dance for yourself, like very apne liye.
I think whenever I feel this way,
Yeah.
ki, you know, it's becoming more of a business to me
Yeah.
than, you know, pursuing my passion. I think I go back to, you know, why I started dancing, and once I revisit that, I feel like just dancing for myself, even if it's in my own room, really helps.
Yeah.
Like not thinking about, okay, whether this can be a choreography or not.
Right.
Just moving.
Just
You know,
moving.
and also what helps me is getting back to training, because
Right.
training reminds me of, okay, why I started. I started with training, you know.
Correct.
I was a novice, and you know, I've reached here I feel like training, going back to that point where I trained like crazy 10
Yeah.
hours a day,
Yeah.
that really helps to keep my passion alive.
That's that must be very tiring also, no? Like
It
working,
is.
like training for
Yeah.
10 hours a day. So there's
Yeah.
no fixed time also for you. Ki,
Yeah.
oh, I'm going to practice only for 3 hours. Matlab, ye itna.
Yeah.
So your day is definitely not a 9 to 5 day, of course.
cannot
I mean,
be.
it just can't
Yeah.
be. So does that also get to you at times? Do you like need to just break yourself from this cycle for once? Because see, like when
Yeah.
we talk corporate and stuff, people are always like, oh, they need a break, they need a break. So does that also happen with you in your profession?
Honestly, I love the chaotic energy.
Yeah.
I feel like the more the chaos, the more
Yes.
on my toes I am.
Right.
And honestly, I love that. But yes, I also need a break.
Of course. Burnout is real.
Yes,
guys.
burnout
Whatever
is real.
profession.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need a break, and whenever I'm on a break, I just still end up dancing. But I
But
don't,
just maybe not for others.
yeah,
Just,
like just a chill thing,
Yeah.
you know.
so I think your break is also a dance. That's so nice. Like you
don't know if
I
it's
would
happy
never
or
say,
sad.
oh, I will take a work day off and then go back to work. Like on my day off, I don't want to work. That's very.
Yeah.
I think that's very fulfilling in itself.
It is.
I like
Yeah.
that. Like break. Like I also dance. So cute.
Yeah, I don't know if that's sad, but
No,
yeah.
no, I think it's wonderful. I think
Yeah.
that's how people should feel about their own work. That's
Hmm.
how, I think that's the whole point. We forget sometimes that is the whole point.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you stop,
Hmm.
pursuing this professionally, your art still remains with you.
Right.
So what is it that still keeps you going to, still pursue it, still enjoy it, even when there are so many things that happen in the industry as well, even when it comes to, like you said,
Yeah.
sexualizing artists, especially female artists, and these trolling that come, which mostly comes to the sexualizing and objectifying part
Yes.
itself.
Yes.
So how does that like still not get to you and you're like, forget it, if I have to dance, I'll just dance for myself, I don't need to deal with this.
So I know that I am meant for greater things.
Right.
So I think that hope keeps me going.
Right.
And also one more thing that keeps me going are my students, especially my kids.
Yeah.
I think they have so much passion, so much dedication towards dancing.
Right.
Because they're learning, right?
They're learning, they're still so
Yeah.
full of energy
Yeah.
and so full of life, I feel.
Exactly. And they genuinely love me, and that
Yeah.
love, I think they love me more than they love dancing. I
That's so
genuinely
cute.
feel that, which keeps me growing,
Yeah.
like growing, and I feel like I don't want to stop.
I can't stop now. I have to bring a
Yeah.
different whole generation
Exactly.
into this. I can't stop now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It really keeps me going.
I think so. I think from whatever we've spoken, I
Yeah.
understand teaching is something that really keeps you going.
Yes, it fulfills me more.
Yeah, than any other
Yes.
branches of your profession.
Yes.
That's very fulfilling. I think teaching in itself is a very fulfilling
It is.
profession.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. How do your parents react now, like, from convincing them to let you pursue? And I think parents generally just say it out of love, ki yaar, theek hai, kar lo.
Yeah. I
But
think
then
so
when
too.
you actually make it,
Yeah.
well in it. So
Yeah.
what is their take on it now?
I think nobody takes you seriously until you are successful.
Right.
Not even your parents.
Yeah.
So I think the best you can do is keep your head down, work until you're successful,
Right.
and then you'll be taken seriously.
Yeah. So
Like-
now they are like, okay, fine. She was talking sense back then.
They have their doubts
Yeah.
every now and then.
Because I think which
But-
is only fair with all the other negative part that comes with it. They must
Yes.
also feel a little.
Yes.
Obviously, they are parents. They are
I
going to
think
be
it's
protective of us. But
understandable.
our family and
Yeah.
friends will always look out for us.
Yeah.
What does your social life consist of then when
I
it
don't
comes
have
to
one. I am really sad. I cannot stay past 11.
Yeah.
Max 11. I am more of a, sit,
Yeah.
eat at a restaurant,
Yeah.
have one glass of wine. That's it. I'm not like a party
Party at
person.
all.
Let's go drinking, let's
Yes.
go clubbing. I cannot. Like I feel like I'm too old for that.
Right.
Yeah.
And plus also like I'm already dancing all day, guys.
Exactly.
Why would you want me
Exactly.
to go to a crowded place?
social
dance in this
dancing is
little
the
place.
worst. Like you're out there, you're sweating,
Yeah.
and some people are stamping on you. It's just
Yes, and there's no space.
Exactly.
You're always crammed.
exactly.
Someone's elbow will hit you from somewhere randomly.
I swear I'm like an auntie at this point. Like my little cousin,
Yeah.
she keeps telling me, "You're an auntie," and I'm like, "No. When you grow up, you'll understand." I'm that kind of a person now. When you grow up, you will understand.
Is this something your profession has made you, or like that's just who you were growing up?
I think I was just sincere growing up.
Yeah.
You know, like not getting into trouble.
Yeah.
So I think that's just how I've been.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's more of a personality
Yeah.
trait
Yeah.
that comes out. That's fair. I think
Yeah.
I think even I'm that.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little.
You don't like clubbing?
On some days I do. On some days. Yeah, but on a whole, I think I'd still enjoy sitting in my home,
Yes.
casually, chilling.
Watching TV.
Yeah, watching TV, having my little soupy noodles. I think I'm good.
Yeah. What else does a girl need?
Exactly. So, what would you like to say to people who are, aspiring to pursue this or who are still battling, ki, oh, should I get into this or no? Is there something you'd want to especially give out a message to people who are, wanting to become dancers or any kind of artists for that
Yeah.
matter?
So I think I have been really grateful. Like I've been blessed, and
Yeah.
I'm so grateful that I could just switch careers like this. One day I decided this is not like I cannot work a 9 to 5. I cannot sit in one place,
Right.
and I decided, you know what, I just want to get my degree and go back to dancing.
Right.
But a lot of us don't have that option. You know,
Correct.
and it's unfortunate, but it is how it is.
Right.
So I would say, like people say that risk everything for your passion and everything, but
Right.
I wouldn't say risk it all.
Correct.
I was lucky enough to be able to do that.
Right.
But if you're not, always take calculated risks.
Correct.
You cannot put all your eggs in one basket. Like I cannot be like, you know what, I just want to teach. That's
Right.
not gonna help me grow as an artist. It's
Right.
not gonna help me financially. I have to do teaching, I have to do choreography, I have to do performing, I have to do everything else as well. Even though
Right.
I might be inclined to one or two things.
Right.
So always take calculated risks and know what dance means to you.
Yeah.
Like, is it just something that you do for yourself and you don't want to share it, or do you want to make a business out of it?
Right.
What is it you want? You need to identify that first.
Correct.
And once you identify that, train. Train like crazy. Like,
Yeah.
I am such an advocate for training, because I feel like nowadays people don't train. They just dance on reels.
Right.
And they get so much reach, they get views and everything, and I feel
Yeah.
like somewhere the true art form that is achieved through hours of training,
Training
that
is
is
just
not-
lost
is
in
lost.
social
Yeah.
media appreciation and validation.
Exactly.
So I think this is something when we had another guest on our show
Right.
was also like, it is always coming down to training, like to your
Exactly.
basics, to your
Yes.
foundation. Get that
Definitely.
right, and I think you'll do, if not like
Yeah.
extraordinarily well, you will at least be consistent in whatever you do.
Yeah.
So it's
I feel like if you're consistent in your training, you will be successful
Right.
one way or the other. Like if your foundation is strong, you can do any style there is.
correct.
Like if you don't know your ABCs, how can you form letters, words, right? So
That's true. I think
Yeah.
this is something which has come up with in a lot of episodes. I think
Yeah.
now we have training, we have consistency, we have patience.
yes.
I think this just keeps repeating. I think we should add something around our decor as well, which says
That's the
things like
point.
this.
Training is
exactly,
the
that
point.
is the point, guys.
Yeah.
Consistency, patience,
Yes.
getting your basics right.
Exactly.
True. That's
Yeah.
that's wonderful. That's wonderful. And like you mentioned right now, how you were lucky enough that you could
Yes.
risk it all.
Yes.
And people, this has always been in talks that art is a profession for privileged people. It has always been,
Yes.
or I don't think we can deny it completely.
Yeah.
Obviously, there are people who come up from, very, from every aspects of
Yes.
life. But is it safe to say that it is on some levels true that it is something privileged people can, in some way or the other, if you're privileged, you might have a better chance of going to pursue it than someone who might not have all those resources.
I think it's definitely true.
Yeah.
Not somewhat, but I think it's definitely true. Privileged people do have a better chance of succeeding. And it's really unfortunate. And I'm not saying that someone
It's wrong
Yeah,
for them to have that
exactly.
privilege, of course.
Yeah, but also I feel like you can still come from a not so
Not
good
so
background
bad.
and still make it, you know.
Right.
But the level of dedication, the level of everything is like 10x.
Right, you'll have
You
to
know?
put in more, you'll have to give more.
Exactly.
I think then they will always have to come with plan B, C, Ds.
Exactly.
And I don't know
I
how.
think
no
that
matter how.
life is only something else. You know,
Right.
that struggle, that is something else. Like, I wouldn't say I've struggled. I would say that I've worked hard for
Right.
where I am. But I will never know that struggle of
Struggle
like,
of-
you know, if I fail, I always have something right now to come
Right.
back to, you know. But most people don't have that. I will never
Right.
know that struggle,
That
you know.
struggle.
And I can only imagine how like bad it gets before it
Yeah.
gets better, you know.
Correct.
So definitely privilege helps. I think most famous Bollywood actors come from privilege,
Right.
Which is why you can build on that.
Correct.
So yeah, it's definitely a factor.
Right, now I think this is since Bollywood also has come up. If Bollywood comes up, I don't think we can not talk about nepotism.
Oh God, yes.
So like, does that even happen when it comes to dancing as a profession or in a field of dance?
Yeah.
Does that also is still prevalent over there as well?
I think more than nepotism, it's more favoritism.
Ah,
Yeah, people take who they want to take.
right.
And I think it's all about contacts more than talent at this point. If you have more contacts, if you're good to everybody in the industry, you tend to get more work, even
Right.
if you're not that great of a dancer, you know.
Right.
So yeah, it is what it is. Unfortunately, yeah.
It's in every field. I think there are just different names to it. We can just
Exactly.
call it different terms.
Yeah.
But it exists.
It does.
And how do you deal with that then? Have you ever experienced it firsthand yourself?
Yes. Yes, I've experienced
Yes.
it all, I feel, at this point. And I just feel like if something doesn't come to me, it was never meant for me.
Right.
If something is meant for me to happen, like God will have a plan for it.
Right.
So I think just that hope keeps me going, you know.
From whatever I've been hearing from you,
Yeah.
I feel like your art also for you comes from a very spiritual place. Does it?
Maybe, yeah. Because when I do contemporary, I feel like my authentic self and I
Right.
feel like I can truly express.
Correct.
So I think yes, to a point, yes,
Yeah.
it does. Spirituality also comes, like it helps with dancing for sure, because I feel like once you find a sense of self,
Yeah.
I think it just shows in your dancing.
Correct.
You know, what you are as a person will always show in your
Right.
dancing. If you're someone who's overconfident, it will show.
Right.
If you're someone who's a little shy, a little scared, that will also show in your moves.
Correct.
You know? So
In
I
the
think,
end, it's expression. You will
Yeah.
express what you are.
yeah, exactly.
That's wonderful. Has dance helped you to feel confident, or is it always just whatever I am feeling will come out in my dance?
No, so I actually started dancing because I was very underconfident.
Right.
Like my mom literally dragged me and put me
Oh
to
my
the
god, I think everyone's mothers have done that.
I think
Because
so.
I was a very shy kid
Yeah.
growing up, and my mom was like,
Likewise.
no, dance class लगाओ,
Yeah.
इसको 4 लोगों
What did
बच्चों
you
में
dance?
जाएगी. I learned Kathak for a while, but
Nice.
for a very, very small while.
Okay.
I think 3 months only, because there was this one neighbor we had, and that auntie had learned nicely. You know, she had done our Kathak, like, specialized in it and everything, and she had just she was bored. You know, she was a housewife, so she was very passionate. So one day, like I said, neighborhood, my mom was talking to her and everything, and that auntie just expressed that she used to dance and everything, and she had moved from some other
Yeah.
state. I think I don't remember now, but she was like, yeah, she used to take these classes and everything. My mom was like, हाँ I'll send my daughter to you because she's very shy. अब सिखाओ.
Exactly. Same thing happened with me.
So like I think that's how my mom just pushed me, and I think it did help me as a child to a little extent. I won't say like it entirely like transformed my personality or anything. I was still a very shy child for a very long time. I think I kind of still am a little.
Same.
And but yeah, I will say it did help me a little because I think I could just express myself better. Generally, not on a very large scale or anything, whatever. I think I was like 10, 11 something, but I think I could still put myself ahead a little better.
Yeah.
And it did help me, I think.
I think for me, I was also a very, very shy kid. I would not talk. Like if someone came to me and asked me, hey, how are you?
God.
I would just look the other way.
this was me. Yeah. True. Same.
I was that kind of a person.
Yeah.
But I think dance really helped me open up more.
Correct.
And I think as I started teaching, it also helped me in terms of talking in front of people. Then law happened and then I had to talk in front of people. I didn't have a choice.
Right.
That also really like shaped me.
Correct.
So dance has helped me in ways that I can't even like imagine, you know, from confidence to discipline to like just showing up every day, you know, having no expectations. I would say patience also, because teaching kids is not a piece of cake.
Of course.
You have to be so patient. You have to always keep your spirits alive. Like you need to be like really alive, you know.
Yeah.
So
do you have any fun or any, you know, experiences you would want to share from your teaching? Like any funny bits, your kids funny, any special moments for you from your that things that your kids do for you, your students?
I think more than funny, I think it's wholesome.
Yeah. Even better then.
Yeah. Whenever there's like Teachers' Day or something, they give me these little cards saying, Miss, you're the best, and you know, we love you and everything.
Yeah.
So I think that's just really, really wholesome. And sometimes I feel like more than teaching them, I just feel like I just want to play with them.
Yeah.
Like I feel like a kid, like all over again.
That's wonderful. So, I think that's one of the you know, most wholesome part about being around kids is something you just forget. Your, you know, adulting is just takes a seat back, and I think that's such a wonderful. It's a wonderful time to be around kids. I love being around kids.
You like this?
Yeah, it's so cute. I mean, they don't know what adulting is.
Exactly.
They don't care. I think I had recently seen some meme or some as well. Like I like hanging around kids because they no one anymore asks me which is my favorite shade of blue. But kids will.
Yeah, exactly.
They come tell you some unhinged things.
Exactly. Oh my god. And the stories are just like, okay, this happens, then that happens, and then something else completely happens. And I'm like, I'm not following, but good for you.
Good for you. And I think it just really brings out that innocence. Really brings out something really good in us as well when we are around people like that. That's a nice thing to be around.
Yes.
And yeah, I think that is pretty much it. Your experience. Thank you so much for sharing your experience. Is there anything you would want to add from your side? Something you'd like to share to our audience, to us, if you have?
I think just thank you so much for like getting me on board and making me do this, literally making me, because I'm not the kind of person who will come and talk about my life. So it makes me really happy that, you know, you want to get to know about my dance journey. Hopefully this inspires people to get into dancing professionally or whatever. Just go take that first class, you know. Maybe it inspires you to come to my class. Who knows?
I think it already has.
Yeah.
So I think this is not the end. I just have a little game for you.
Okay.
Because while you have shared your very, very, very insightful, beautiful life with us, we would like to end it on a nice, funny note, if we can. So here I have a little game where you know, we have this most asked questions about your profession. These are silly questions. Okay,
Right.
these are nothing very serious. Like the most asked, funniest, silliest, call it whatever. Just people's general curiosities, I think,
Right. I will
about
try my
your
best
profession.
to answer them.
Yeah. So the first question is:
Yes.
do you get tired of dance parties?
I get very tired. I am an old lady. I am already 40. I am tired all the time.
And okay, so the second question is: how do you remember all the steps?
How do I remember the steps? I don't know. I think it's more to do with muscle memory. Like the
Yeah.
more you practice, the more you remember.
Do you ever just forget something and you make it yourself? Like, मैं कुछ तो कर दूंगी.
I
बस.
have
Like,
forgotten
I am
so many
trained,
times.
bitches.
Yeah.
I'll do what I can.
Yeah, the minute I forget, I go into like a split, go into like
Yeah.
a turn. I'm like,
You
yeah.
just wing it.
Yeah.
Can you dance without music?
Yes.
I think everyone can. Everyone should, in fact.
Yeah.
You don't need music only
Exactly.
to dance. Do you ever get bored of dancing?
Yes.
Yeah. What
I
do you
think,
do then?
I get bored of doing the same thing. Like I get bored
Right.
of training sometimes. Training is good, guys. But I get bored sometimes. Yeah.
Fair enough. I think we all get tired of things
Yeah.
even if we love them the most.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a funny and this is also the last question. Do you dance in the rain when you're sad like they do in the films?
I have actually done this.
Yes.
I love romanticizing things.
Yeah.
So, and I'm like a 100% Mumbaikar, so I love the rains.
Right.
So yes, I've danced in the rain.
Yeah.
I've thought of myself as the main character in a movie or like a song sequence,
Yeah.
and I've just danced.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Also, I think I love the rains is something I only hear from Mumbaikars.
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. One should always romanticize their lives. Like, why not? Yes.
Yeah.
That was all, Chinmay. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
answering these lovely questions. I hope the questions out there, people on the internet have got their answers
Yeah.
from a dancer herself. And that was a lovely talk with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for
giving
calling
us
me.
your time.
Yes.
And this was a lovely conversation. I think definitely signing up for a class. I think you guys can too.
We
I
will
mean,
come back with an update
sure
about her dance
yes.
journey.
Yeah, please. That was wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Chinmay.